Scoring-wise, Usyk vs. Fury 2 was a much more competitive fight, meaning there were no completely one-sided rounds as compared to the first fight. There also weren't a whole lot of clean, effective punches landed as both fighters defended a bit better. The aesthetics of Usyk tucking his chin behind a high guard for the most part, contrasted by Fury, who preferred distance and head movement, likely made the difference on the judges' scorecards as landed punches like this look more effective than landed punches like this. The most consistent punches landed were Usyk's stabs with the jab and cross. Tyson rarely decided to give these punches much defensive effort in the entire 24 rounds fought, aside from taking reverse steps which effectively neutralize or limit the power. In the rematch, Tyson decided that he would stand his ground and step forward more and rely a little less on the fleeting feet and effective distance of a traditional long guard and mix in a high guard and single high shield. A single high shield in the open stance has the issue of dealing with the power and trajectory of a backhand from a southpaw. The power can blow through the shield, or the shield can be punched around as Usyk showed once he set up the stab jab and turned it into a stab cross combination. Fury would adjust by turning the single high shield into a measure with the lead hand, then instead of just holding the phone, he used the tuck and lean with the elbow shield to protect a wider target area from the backhand, which typically worked until Usyk adjusted and started adding a lead hand hook or swivel jab behind the cross jab combination. Partially a biomechanic reaction of the tuck and lean and partially decision, Fury rested on using reverse shifts or crossing his feet backwards to evade. This channel has a whole video dedicated to the risks of crossing your feet. Amongst a few other risks, the footwork maneuver isn't as quick as fundamental steps forward, so while it was a somewhat successful maneuver in the fight, eventually Usyk would adjust his attack by following Fury out with various punches while Fury was gathering his base and adjusting to being in the southpaw stance.
Fury became highly undisciplined with his feet, mainly making a huge mistake to reach with his backhand to the point of either squaring himself or forward shifting into the opposite stance and then relying on upper torso movement to bail him out. It didn't take long for a fighter with an IQ as high as Usyk's to pick up on the pattern and counter Fury, eventually landing the combination that effectively clinched him the fight.
Cross your goddamn legs. Be ready to punch. Bang!
Boxing Gems analyst Jacob picked Fury on the condition that Fury and Hill would make these simple types of adjustments in the rematch, but Team Fury went from Coach Hill's warning and pleading to not cross the feet from the first fight to seemingly doubling down and using it as a strategy for the second fight. Not only did we see Tyson crossing his feet for evasion, but he would eventually start forward shifting again off throwing the backhand in an attempt to smother Usyk's return fire. At times, it was successful. But when it was unsuccessful, as Usyk would either slip counter the initial punch, block and shoot quickly, or step back counter, we got similar sequences as the first fight when Usyk would land his cleanest counter punches.
My style is slickness, jabbing, moving, slipping and sliding. So all I've got to do to win this rematch, little tiny adjustments. And I mean small adjustments. And that is not so much clowning, me hands behind me back, ha 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 ha, having a good time. Yeah. A little bit more focus on me job, bum bum. More uppercuts. Serious, do you know what I mean?
Actually having done what he proposed would be successful pre-fight, by the championship rounds, it's likely that Fury thought he had won the fight. Usyk would step on the gas a bit more while being more accurate with pot shots and combinations. Fury's seemingly lack of urgency showed as Usyk would edge him out at that critical point in what had been a very competitive fight with very close rounds. Hence, the decision.
After 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. All three judges scored about the same, 116 to 112. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still the reigning heavyweight champion of the world.
Congrats to Oleksandr Usyk, the best heavyweight of this era.